going to spend a few moments talking about Alzheimer's with Natalie McFarland, who's a registered nurse and also the director of the Memory Enrichment Community at Sycamore Village.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things, Natalie, that I've heard so many times before with you and with your predecessor, that there is a word that's commonly used, dementia, and then there's Alzheimer's. And I'm wondering what the relationship or the difference between the two is.
A lot of people have that question. There's a lot of confusion about it. And basically, dementia is a very broad, descriptive term. Basically means memory loss or increased confusion. Alzheimer's is a type of dementia.
Memory loss, you said. Well, that's kind of this memory enrichment program that you run, I guess, is involved with that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
But dementia is kind of like the umbrella. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
The best way that I like to describe it, you look at the word dementia like you look at a bowl of soup. And the most common type of soup, most people usually say chicken noodle.
Oh, I was going to say alphabet, but okay.
Alphabet. And you look at the word Alzheimer's as chicken noodle soup. It's the most common type of dementia.
Oh, I thought you were going to try to spell Alzheimer's with the alphabet in the soup, but maybe not. Okay. Okay, so, you know, when my mother began losing it in her later life, the phrase, this was some years ago, they used the word dementia. Was that because there was a reluctance to call things Alzheimer's, and does that still exist?
Well, I think over the years we've just developed more and more tools in diagnosing Alzheimer's disease. So long ago, terms that were used were dementia, just a very broad term. Psychosis was even used sometimes, and senility.
Well, because some of the things that were exhibited felt like psychosis. I can remember some of that.
Yeah, and now we've learned enough about it to know that no, psychosis is something totally separate. It's a psychiatric disorder. Alzheimer's disease is a neurological disorder.
But I keep thinking that psychosis is like one of the warning signs. Are there warning signs for Alzheimer's?
There are definitely warning signs. A few of the common ones, confusion with time and place is a huge one. We all get mixed up on the day of the week here and there, but somebody with Alzheimer's disease, you know, they're eventually not going to realize what year that they're even in, or what season or month. And then,
so if they think it's winter and it's summer, something that extreme?
Right, yes. Other symptoms, mood and personality changes. So you may know a person whose entire life they've been a social extrovert, and then they start withdrawing from social activities or hobbies because they feel these different emotions, suspicions. They can even suffer from depression.
You know, I saw that in our family, suspicions about family members, where the person who's having the problem starts imagining that members in the family are doing things against them. Is that common?
Delusions, that would be part of the delusion symptom of Alzheimer's.
Okay, so when you start seeing these symptoms in someone you love, someone who's a member of your family, do you go to a doctor at that point, or what do you do?
Absolutely, because if you start seeing these things, it tells me they're still in the beginning stages of Alzheimer's, if it's even Alzheimer's at all.
Oh, I see. It could be could be something else.
Exactly. There's over 60 conditions that can cause dementia.
Oh, man.
Alzheimer's is the most common of the irreversible, but again, there are over 60 conditions that can cause dementia, which again is just that broad term for memory loss or confusion.
If you go to the doctor, how does he determine? Is there a test, for example, that you have to take?
Well, it would be nice. It would be nice if there was just one simple test to take and know for sure if you have it or not. Unfortunately, that's not available.
No.
So there's several different tests that we can do, and what you want to start off doing is ruling out other things that could be causing this memory loss or confusion. Some examples of that: thyroid problems. If your thyroid levels are off or electrolytes are off, that can cause this acute episode of confusion or memory loss, and those are reversible.
These all sound like medical symptoms. Actually, it's something physically, medically going on.
Right.
Okay, so if you find out that you have enough symptoms that the doctor can diagnose it as Alzheimer's, is there a single treatment, or are there a range of treatments, or how do you treat it?
Treatment, There are medications for it. There's 4 main medications on the market now. There's definitely no cure for the disease.
Yet. Could you say yet?
Yet, yeah, absolutely, because they are doing so much research on it, and we're getting closer and closer, and I hope to see it in my lifetime.
Let's even hope to see it in my lifetime.
Exactly, yes. But there are treatments available. They're not meant to cure the disease yet, but they are meant to prolong the progression of the disease.
Slow it down?
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's other techniques that you can do to also prolong the progression.
You know, you were talking about testing. Is there such a, I mean, is there something like a screening or something that can be done for people who aren't sure?
Yeah, we at Sycamore Village, we offer free memory screenings to the public at any given time. November actually is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and we are participating in National Memory Screening Day, and that's actually being held in our home at Sycamore Village on November 16th. It's a Tuesday, and anybody from the community or public can come in and get a free memory screening that's administered by a nurse. I'm
going to guess they should register in advance.
It's a good idea for them to set up an appointment. They can do that. They can call our facility at 618-222-2571.
That's the regular Sycamore Village number?
Yes.
Okay.
And again, if they can't make it on that day, we invite people at any given time to come in and get a screening.
Well, it sounds like a good idea. If there's any feeling that they want to, you know, it would help even if you found out you don't have it.
Right, because like I said, there's so many different conditions that can cause something that looks like Alzheimer's, but it in fact is reversible.
Well, Natalie, thanks very much for the information. The screening on November 16th, I think you said?
Yes.
Just call Sycamore Village. Natalie McFarland, our guest in this segment of the program.